What it do, Kangaroos? It's your boy Chance Morrison.
It's your boy Jake Vetter.
And we're back with What's Trending. We're going to go into the baseball world, talk about the Nationals and their playoff run recently. What are your thoughts, Jake, on Game 5?
I thought it was an incredible game. From the very start of the game, I thought the Nationals were going to lose. They got down 3-0 at the start of the game, made a ferocious comeback towards the end of the game. I forget who hit that grand slam, but they hit a grand slam to win the game.
Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick. But yeah, how'd you feel about it?
Well, the Nationals, they went in as the underdog, especially in Game 5. Nobody expected them to get there. For those of you that don't know, the Dodgers are one of the best offensive teams in baseball ever, hitting-wise. They have decent depth at bullpen, which the Nationals lack. And the Nationals were able to take them into a Game 5 because of a great Game 4 by Max Scherzer.
They had one of the best records ever, didn't they?
Yeah, up there.
Yeah.
The Nationals were able to, like Jake said, pull off the upset with an amazing grand slam that went all around every sports article and live feed.
Me, myself, personally, I'm not a big baseball fan. Not really a sport that I find myself watching in my free time. I do think it's kind of boring. But when a hometown team like the Nationals pulls off a game like that, I actually caught myself watching it and really into it. Because it's not something you see very often, a Washington team pulling off something like that.
The best part for me was, because I'm with Jake, I follow all Washington sports in the playoffs. I don't really follow baseball due to the long season. But was when we released Bryce Harper, everybody kind of wrote the Nationals off. One of the greatest young players in the league right now, and they wrote us off. And we started out poorly, as expected, but we were able to make a push towards the end of the season that put us into a wild card spot. We won the wild card, and that put us against the Dodgers. But let's talk about the young kid named Juan Soto, one of the greatest young hitters in the league. He came in, replaced Bryce Harper, and has exceeded expectations.
He had a big home run in the game.
Big home run to tie the game. So now the Nationals face the St. Louis Cardinals. They're going to a game where the Nationals were actually better than the Cardinals in the regular season based off their record, with the Nationals at 93 wins and the Cardinals had 91. The Cardinals, they also took a good team into a Game 5 win, and they won.
Not only a Game 5 win, but they put up 10 runs in the first inning.
It was a very strong inning. So it's really going to test that soft Washington pitching squad, but I think the Nationals can pull this off and maybe take it to the championship.
Another thing that's going on in today's news is the NBA Preseason has been going on recently. All the rookies are getting to show off their skills, and big players last year are getting a lot of minutes, surprisingly. Let's talk about the first rookies that come to mind. Zion Williamson.
Yeah, I would say the big three, Zion, Ja, and RJ.
Zion played, I believe it was Wednesday, and he put up 29 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists on 12 for 13 shooting, only missing one shot the whole game.
He didn't play in the fourth quarter, did he?
And did not play in the fourth quarter. And that is a very surprising stat coming from a rookie. Although he has the...
Are you that surprised, though?
It's hard to say because, he is a rookie. I feel like rookies do have nerves, and it takes them some time to get used to it. He does have the biggest hype coming into the league since LeBron James, probably. That was probably the most recent one that he's compared to. Mm-hmm. There's been some other sneaky standout players, such as Tyler Hero on the Miami Heat. He's been putting on some really good shows, putting moves on players that you don't expect from a rookie, and he's really showing out the player that he is, because in college he wasn't considered one of the top 5 players or anything, but he's really performing like he's a top tier athlete in this league, and he's really showing off what he can do.
Yeah. And what I would say is actually surprising is the amount of minutes that previous starters are getting. James Harden played I think the full game.
Yeah, he had good minutes, and then last night Steph Curry played 25 minutes in a preseason game, and that's a lot. He put up 40 points on 14 for 19 shooting. I just think that's a lot at risk for these teams to be playing their star players that have been previous MVPs this many minutes in the preseason, risking an injury.
And for those of you who don't know, in a regular NBA game, there are 48 minutes played, so these minutes are actually crucial.
I just think it's a lot. I think it's a lot for a team to play these players and put them at risk of an injury that could potentially have them out the entire season.
Especially with the Warriors already missing Clay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. With this season, with the NBA season upcoming, who is your predicted NBA Finals?
I have to go LeBron, just because of his recent success. He's the Tom Brady of basketball.
So you think the LA Lakers will win the NBA championship?
I think the LA Lakers will win the NBA championship. Let me tell you why. Because they signed AD and everybody forgot how great AD is.
For those of you who don't know, AD is Anthony Davis.
Yes. And everybody forgot how good he was. And he comes in the first quarter. Just the first game he's played in a while. And he drops a double-double. 22 points and 10 boards. That's crazy. That is a crazy number. And to pair that with LeBron James, the king of basketball? Come on.
Who do you have him playing against? Who do you have coming out of the East?
I have to go with the 76ers. After seeing that jump shot that Ben hit in that last preseason game, he's developed. And all he was lacking was a shot. And now, when these players back up and give him that shot, he's going to take it.
You think that the Sixers will make it out of the East even with losing Jimmy Butler and J.J. Redick?
Yes, because I think they're adding a shooter and getting Ben to be able to shoot that shot.
So you're comparing Ben to being a shooter after not being able to hit a three his entire career?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think they're adding a shooter. Ben Simmons was solely a finisher. Only could finish around the basket. And now he's a shooter. So it adds that extra player to that team. And they're big. And they're versatile. They're all big. They all can shoot now. And I don't see a team that can match up with them.
I'm actually have to go with, I'm coming out of the Western Conference, I'm going to have to go with the Golden State Warriors.
Are you saying that because they're your favorite team?
No, not at all. I think that a team that has been to that many finals straight, I think that they have the chemistry, the experience, all to get to the finals. And people forget they still have Klay Thompson, D'Angelo Russell, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and now Willie Cauley-Stein, a very athletic center to fit that team perfectly, still leaving their team with 4 All-Stars on one roster. And I believe that Steph Curry this year will be the MVP because Kevin Durant is not on that team anymore. I think coming out of the Eastern Conference will be the Boston Celtics because I didn't like how Kyrie fit on that team. I thought he was, affecting the whole team, and it just went downhill from the start of the season. I think Kemba will be a great fit on that team. I think Jason Tatum will finally showcase what he's been hyped up to be.
I agree with you on that.
And I think it'll be a good finals because I think that the Clippers and the Lakers will meet before the Western Conference Finals and knock one or the other out. I don't think the Lakers will stay healthy. I think Anthony Davis is injury prone and he will get hurt, causing the Lakers to fall off a little bit. And then the Warriors will be able to beat them in the Western Conference Finals to move on with their fully healthy roster.
So we talked about the hometown team and the Nats. Do you think the Wizards can secure a wild card spot?
I think that the Wizards will be the worst team in the NBA this upcoming season.
Wow. Even with Bradley Beal?
Actually no. I think it'll be a toss-up between the Washington Wizards and the Cleveland Cavaliers as the worst team in the NBA.
That's bold.
It is.
I think with John Wall out, and people really forget John Wall was an all-star, a very good all-star. But with John Wall out, this team will not make a run similar to the Nationals. There will be one good team in DC this year, and it will be the Nationals. Oh, but don't forget about those Capitals.
Yeah. I don't pay much attention to hockey, so I don't know much about that. But it is hard for me to say that the Wizards will be the worst team in the league. I'm a fan of a couple of their players on their team, very, very big fans of them. I want them to do well. I want them to succeed. The players like Justin Robinson, Justin Anderson, both of those guys I know personally very well. I grew up around Justin Anderson and Justin Robinson as a kid, and they played for my uncle in high school, so I know them both very personally. And I really wish them the best this season. I'm very, very excited to see them on my hometown team so I can go to their games and stuff like that and see them play and talk to them after the game and stuff like that. I do wish them the best, but I don't see that team making a run this year.
All right, well, now that you're done with your rant about the players that you know. All right, and that's all we have time for on What's Trending. Thank you, and have a good one.
Thanks for tuning in.